Hello, and welcome to this collective and timeless reading. This is Eastar Tarot, and today I'm going to be doing a reading to ask your angels, your spirit guides, all your ancestors, everyone that stands behind you, what surprise they have in store for you, because I feel like something good is coming for the collective, and I want to see what that is. So let's just ask. Let's see what's coming for us. Oh, the sun. That's a pretty good thing to be coming towards us, huh? It's a very sunny day here, although it's very, very cold. We're getting mid-October now, kind of, so, I think we gotta accept that the cold's gonna come in a bit, but, I think the warmth of the sun is gonna keep us happy, Oh, the devil. Interesting. Devil card. Let's see now. Pairing this with the sun, I really feel like this is kind of saying the devil time is over, The darkness is over. Yeah. I think you have conquered something really big and you're getting a reward for that, for sticking through with it, Letting yourself keep going, making yourself keep going despite everything that was happening, I think that was really good. Also, we have two crystals today. Oh, I just noticed the crystal's gonna match my two-tone sweater here, which is kind of funny. So it's a piece of sodalite here, polished sodalite, and piece of polished malachite. Yeah. I don't know if you can see the patterns in it, but malachite has these nice little swirls in it. Let's see if we can get the light to catch it. You can kind of see it there. Yeah. But it's actually a very toxic stone, which makes me think of the devil card. But then you have sodalite here, which is really good for your third eye, really good for clarity. Speaking your truth, I think. But the dark blue really makes me think of Archangel Michael as well. He's always wrapped in this like indigo blue color. So, I think Archangel Michael is coming through here to say that even though the devil might be around you, you're being protected from it. Sort of like a yin and yang. Even if there's darkness in your life, and I want to say light there, so I feel like it's emphasizing light. Even though there's darkness, there's light. And maybe you've been through a big time of darkness, so now the light is coming to balance that out. So you're going to get a lot of light. Yeah, exactly. Ace of Cups. You're being cleansed. Like, you had to go through a lot of mud, so you're getting a really nice bath right now, basically. You're being dumped in the cup. But this is also about filling up your own cup, right? And it's a new opportunity to do that. And I really see these doves that are bringing the rabbit in the cup flowers. Do you see that? It's like your angels. They're bringing blessings to you for conquering this darkness, for sticking through it and not giving up, not losing faith, not giving in to temptation, because the devil can be, a lot about attachment and temptations to lose our way. There's a big, like a dump truck, like dropping a big load. That's what it sounded like to me just outside the window. So, maybe a big burden's going to be lifted now, because you deserve it. Oh my gosh. Knight of Pentacles, yeah. So the knights, they can often represent people, but it's like there's a personal power to the knights. And they usually represent speed, but the Knight of Pentacles is the one that is like a slow knight. He's the one that goes at a more, he stands still in his card. The other ones, like the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords, are leaping, and they have this big rushing energy. I think the Knight of Cups is like a sort of a steady pace. But the Knight of Cups is the one, or the Knight of Pentacles, sorry, is the one that stands still. So I think you embrace stillness in order to keep yourself in the right vibration. And your guardians, your ancestors, your angels especially your angels, are really acknowledging that. Oh. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. You're getting some help now. That you've been left out in the cold for a long time. And you were very patient through all of that. You really, like, you were stoic almost, I'm hearing. Like you didn't waver. And maybe you did have moments where you cried and you broke down and you were angry and sad. But you still kept going through all of that. You still kept moving forward even despite that anguish. And because of that, you've like finished the race. It's like, okay, now you've proven yourself very, very worthy to receive all these blessings that are coming in. Yeah. And I really get the sense that you were unfairly attacked. You were very targeted, is what I'm hearing. And it wasn't right. But you held on through it all. And because you did that, now you get an even bigger reward than you were going to get before. Because all of this is destiny, right? All this is what's supposed to happen. But there can be moderation amongst it all, right? So let's see what's going to happen for them. Oh, the crone and the siren. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Because you think of this like, these are both feminine energies, a siren and a crone, but they're very opposite. Like a siren would be like an alluring woman who might lure sailors to their death even. And then the crone is like this wise old woman. And we got the number 13 with that. 13 is a very strong feminine number. There's the knowledge and understanding of death and transformation comes with that. And then we have 18 here. Isn't 18 the number of the sun? Or is it? No, it's the moon. The number of the moon. Another very feminine symbol. Yeah. Women follow the moon, right? Our menstrual cycles follow the moon. The sun is thought of as masculine energy, the moon as feminine. This is very interesting. Two very strong feminine energies here. It's almost like there's a choice before you as well. A choice of who you want to be, maybe. I think I might take a look at these actually in the book. So I don't think I've ever gotten these cards. I'm just going off intuition here, but there's something very powerful about the crone, and I'm really drawn to this coin here. This could have to do with your abundance, like maybe financial security. You've grown wise enough that you can secure your finances on your own. But then there's this siren here, and this red stone really makes me think of the root chakra. I don't know, like very sexual energy as well. Interesting. Yeah, the crone has seen it all. Yeah, she's wise. She's been through it all. And we also think of maiden, mother, and crone, right? The only one missing here is the mother. It's like the siren, I would think, is a maiden. It's almost like the mother is missing here. Maybe you have a mother wound. Yeah, that could be what's going on here. Maybe this is healing for you now, because it's right, the spot where it should be. It's just below the Ace of Cups. Which the cup can be a symbol for the womb. Maybe there's going to be some healing of that. Maybe you're going to understand that about yourself now. Yeah, I don't know about the. I can't get anything else from the crone here, so. But there is magic with the crone. She has her own magic. And that's why she doesn't have to depend on others because she already has seen it all. She already knows what to do. And I get that with you, like you've been through it all to the point that you've got this crone energy, not to say you're old, but to say you're wise. You've got deep understanding of feminine, you have deep feminine knowledge that goes centuries back. Hmm. Yeah, and sirens, they kind of trick us about what we want because they sing a song and we get a lured, right? And there's a lot of lust energy here. Yeah. And I'm just reading a bit here about the siren. Whether what we want is, whether it's good or bad, is irrelevant. It's about the journey. And the siren is supposed to take us on a deep psychic descent, right? Because she's diving in. We're seeing her tail go into the water. Okay, yeah, because it's almost like it's calling you to take a deep dive into something. Because you've been wise for so long that you know all the tricks, and so maybe you don't you feel that you know what's going to happen if you take this turn, so you don't take that turn. But sometimes we're supposed to get lost. Sometimes we're supposed to go deep into something to learn lessons. Because when we come back, when we resurface, we have gained something new. We've gained a lesson that we didn't realize we needed. And with this being the root chakra, this could have to do with security, stability, a sense of home, but also I really get the sexual energy here. So, this could have to do with, I don't know, are you maybe resistant to your own pleasure, or having, relationships with others that might seem risky? And I'm not telling you to go jump into a risky relationship. That's not the message at all. It's just that don't be so cautious because of your. It's like a person that, is so smart that and so wise that they know what every experience is going to be. So they end up having almost no experiences at all, which, isn't necessarily what is needed for us. Maybe we do need to jump into something foreign and unknown, even if we think we know what we are going to experience. Maybe it's going to be a little different, or maybe even if it is bad, it's not unnecessary, right? What keeps popping in mind is Arrival. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, but in Arrival, there's a quote, I think something like, if you knew the end at the beginning, would you still take the journey? And I don't know if I should spoil the movie, or you should just go watch it, but basically, like, try to be vague about it. Like, a certain person knows what will happen at the end of a journey, and they know that there's going to be some suffering, basically. But they take the journey, in the end, they take the journey anyway. And so, because they're still meant to go through it, there's still good things that are meant to happen. Like, we can't judge a journey based on like a specific end result, because there's a lot of little things along the journey that might matter as well, is what I'm getting from this. Yeah, it's tough. Like it's sometimes when we've been through a lot, we can almost just resist the nature of life, which is to go with the bumps and the tumbles. Cause like I don't know if you're visualizing it as a slide, yeah, maybe there's a rough bump in the middle, but then if you don't take it, you won't get that leap at the end where you jump off at the very end. It's like take the good with the bad, right? Hmm. Sometimes when we've been through too much, we can just shut down and say no more, which is understandable. I get it. It's we can just say no to life almost at a certain point. But I think that you deserve to like do you want to just stop living? You know what I mean? Like because that's I mean, some people feel that way, but it's not a good way to be. Oh, hobbies. Interesting. Hobbies. You're stronger than you know. Hmm. Yeah. It's funny we got two cards here. Hobbies. Maybe there's something you're afraid to take a leap of faith with. You're feeling a siren call to it, but at the same time, you're so smart that you know all the struggle that it's going to take to do it. And so that's energy is holding you back from it. But your angels and everybody is saying you're stronger than you know. You actually are very qualified to do this thing, even if you think that there's going to be challenges ahead. Yeah. You know, your hobbies are your hobbies for a reason. Like, there's something that calls you to them, like the siren. Like, there's something pulling you towards it. And there's a reason for that. So, there must be something you're supposed to do, even if you think you're unqualified. So, just follow that. Sometimes the journey is what is the goal, not the goal itself. It's not very eloquently said, but you know what? That's what I'm going with. Yeah, because sometimes we can start something and we think we're going to do this one thing, and we end up changing direction and going into something else. But the work that we did in that other thing is what gets us to that other thing. Or the things that we learned in that first stage end up enhancing that second stage. So we got to appreciate all the steps on the journey, right? We have to embrace it, that we don't know the end goal right away sometimes. Yeah, contentment, santosha. Santosha. The frog. You got to take a leap, because frogs, they leap, right? They stand very still and then suddenly they spring forward. And they go very far. So I think you can actually go very far, farther than you think you can. You know, like I think you can take a leap of faith even from this way of thinking, that your wisdom has to always take the lead. Not that wisdom's bad, but like sometimes we can be so smart we hold ourselves back from being a beginner, right? Because we want to stay in the know. We want to stay wise. We don't want to go back to being a student. But sometimes we have to. Mala, remember. Yeah, remember being a child and remember being, you know, someone that's exploring and just trying things out. Not being afraid to try things out. And this could even have to do with your spiritual gifts as well. So I think you are, if you're someone that was targeted and attacked, you know, you probably are, you could be someone like an earth angel, or, you know, someone who has a very important spiritual background in the many lives you've lived. And so Don't be afraid of that either. Don't be afraid to take that step into your gifts, into your inner knowing. You need to take a leap. But to do that, you know, there's contentment here. Maybe you have to take some time to be at peace in order to see that. And we got 2 9s here. We got 9 and 39. I think part of what's coming to you is the ability to be content. That, you know, things are going to go well when you take this leap of faith. And when you're content and when you're at peace, new things are going to come to you. Maybe even things from past lives that you never even realized were going to come into the picture. So just keep going on your journey, because there's still more to come. I think you'll be surprised, actually, what comes out. So I think you feel like you're at the end of your journey, like the crone. I think you've been through so much that you feel tired. You feel tired like a crone would feel. And the truth is, actually, you've got a lot more energy to go, a lot more time to go, a lot more things to experience, new things to experience. Rose, 41. Wow. Those roses are really glowing, huh? That orange. Orange makes me think of sacral too. 41. That collapses to a 5. Just change. But the rose is like... And there's those beads, eh? I don't know if they're beads in this or rose hips is probably what they are, but they're in like a string of beads, just like here. Remember, you know, and it makes me think of steps on a journey, right? You know, you can't just see the end of the necklace or focus on the whole necklace. What am I trying to say here? If you were trying to make a necklace, every step counts. Like every little bead is important to creating the whole necklace, right? You can't just get stuck at one bead and say, oh, it's done now. You got to keep going and to make the full string, right? To get to the sun, right? Because we got sun here. You know, you got really good things coming to you. And, you know, what's being said here is keep going. Because it's around the corner. You know, you're on the journey. And the journey is also part of what you want to enjoy. Or what the gift is the journey as well. Elder, 34. That really goes with crone, huh? You got that hand with the eye in it. Oh, I wish I knew what that symbol was. I've seen it many times before. It makes me think of the all-seeing eye. But I feel like when it's in a hand, it means something else. Maybe if someone in the comments knows. I feel like there's something significant there. But elder, like, you're going to be a really powerful elder, I think, in your community. And you kind of already are, because you've already gained a lot of wisdom. Whoa, Crocus. With a sword? Yeah, oh my gosh, and there's that eye again. Yeah, the eye is, I don't know if you can see it there, but the eye is right, oop, hit the camera. Trying to get so close, I hit it. Maybe there's a message there too. Like maybe you're getting so close to the problem that you're forgetting to see. But I get like the sword of truth with this. You bear a sword of truth. Let me just look up, because I feel like there's some really powerful messages here with these. I don't know if I got them all. Okay, well, the rose is associated with Virgin Mary, so that could be something here. And oh, we were talking about rosaries. Rosaries actually do get their name from rose hips, which it says right here. So that's which is what they're originally made of. I didn't know that. That's so interesting. I love rose hips. They make a really great jelly. I don't know if you collect rose hips or you have rose hips where you are, but this year I collected rose hips and made them into a jelly. They make this actually bright orange jelly, which is such a nice, vibrant color. It's like a burnt orange color. It's the color of summer, and it's so good for you and high in vitamin C. So really good for your health. Yeah, it says a miracle's on its way. So, and it even suggests that a creative block might lift. So, this goes back to hobbies. I think you're going to unlock your impulses to do your hobbies because I think like maybe you've been blocked, like maybe you haven't been living your life as much. And now the devil energy's been lifted. The blocks have been lifted. You can see the light and you're ready to enjoy life again and solve a problem as well. I think worry has been blocking you. Maybe you thought you couldn't get into this or whatever it is, your creativity or artistic ability, because you thought, you had to focus on something else because there was a problem ahead of you, maybe financial, maybe economic, maybe just time, even just not having time. I think it's going to solve for you now. Yeah. Overall, a big change for the better is coming with the rose. And I do get, I don't know, something about this is also very sensual. Rose is like, a rose is very symbolic of the feminine, and then we got this hole here. I don't know, want to elaborate any further on that, but yeah, that's where my mind went at first. I guess that I have a dirty mind, but no, not really dirty, just attuned. Yeah, yeah, and elder, it's also about mischievous magic here, like ghosts and pixies. And that's like where they live is in elder trees. And if you stop too long under it, you could fall asleep and then be under their influence. Hmm. Yeah, it's about focus. Like the hand's almost like stopping you here. Say like, hey, whoa, heed the warning. And part of the warning is don't slow down and take things easy necessarily just because you have an opportunity to. So that might be part of this. Like maybe you're slowing down at your hobbies and things because you feel like you need a break or you're tired. And if you need to rest, rest. But don't slow to the point that you stop. And maybe that's what Nine of Pentacles is. There's a slowing down energy right now. Maybe because you've just burnt out a little bit or you're tired. But it doesn't mean you have to push yourself. It just means make sure you make a little bit of progress every day. As much as many days as you can. I think we all have to be reasonable about what we can do, but I think you have to make sure that you don't get distracted from it. Don't get distracted or forget your goals. Especially if things get easier and you think, well, no, I don't have to do as hard. Again, use your discernment. If you're too tired and you're pushing yourself too hard, take a break for sure. That's very healing and progressive actually, because you'll come back with better energy. But don't get distracted away from your ultimate goal to keep progressing. Yeah. Yeah. And crocuses are very stubborn. They resist frost. They're so maybe that stubbornness is what you need to channel. Like be stubborn about continuing on your path. Don't give up. Yeah. And channel that part of you that is strong and unmoving when things are tough. to get through to the next phase. And it specifically mentions reaching for it when you don't need it, even. So I think it's sort of like, even if things become a little easier, don't let that slow your momentum. I think you should keep going no matter what. Yeah, be determined, have determination. Yeah, and don't let distractions get in the way. Because I think you can achieve a lot if you just keep the forward momentum going. Yeah, I think I want to get a couple tarot cards maybe just to clarify a little bit here. Oh, what are we, that wasn't it. What are we, what can be distracting us, or how can we keep ourselves on target here? Oh. 9 of discs. Yeah, flourish. Flourish. Ooh. I think keeping yourself in a state of excitement and enjoyment about the things you're doing. Yeah, evolution, resurrection. I think you gotta be really engaged with the artistic process. And I don't know why I'm getting art so strongly, but I think that this is, because this could be anything. It doesn't have to be artwork necessarily, but I think potentially there is some sort of creative path you're taking on now. And I think it's important that you remember to be excited about it. Remember to be engaged with it in a way that you're always looking for the next. You're always ready to do it again. You're always like excited to do the next part of it. Because it's easy to get distracted by many things. Like, look, she's got a lot of flowers going on here. And then she's looking at a bird. So, you know, it could be easy to get off track. But I think your artistic self is being rebirthed into a whole new being. And this person here, they're two halves coming together. So maybe you're trying to do a lot. You're trying to achieve a lot of different things, but you've got to really focus on your evolution. So not letting yourself get too distracted is important here. And not be convinced away from this, because I think like it could be easy right now for you to take a different path, or to just kind of be what's a word for that? And not indifferent, but like lackadaisy about it. I wish I had a better word, but sort of like, oh yeah, maybe like casual about it. I think you should go full throttle with it. I think you need to not be so intense that it becomes a stressor, but I think you gotta like bring a lot of passion, intense passion to it. Yeah, really dive deep, go deep with it. Don't be surface with it. Yeah, because pixies and ghosts like distracting you, that makes me think like, having lots of thoughts and letting ourselves get carried away with just different things happening in the world that can pull us away from our evolution, right? Sometimes our goals even can be a distraction from like our spiritual evolution, which is the main goal. Remember what the important things are. Remember the real goal here is ultimately, just in the 3D realm, our ultimate goal is to evolve, to grow our soul, to evolve our spirit. And if we're letting ourselves get a little too involved with the 3D, we can lose sight of that. Lose sight of becoming more. Yeah. I'm going to grab a Yule card, actually. Maybe can give us some clarity here. Yeah, like what? Okay. Is this what we need to remember, or is there more? Wise man. Wise men. If it wasn't for the familiar songs that echo through my spine, I would have lost what is lost and never found my purpose. Yeah. Find your purpose. Maybe that's it. Maybe you're sort of tapping your toe into something and you're not really, again, not going fully deep. You gotta approach it with like purpose. With like, what is my ultimate goal here? Is it to teach people? Is it to help people? Is it to prove myself worthy of something? Is it to just have fun? What is it? What am I trying to achieve here? What is my ultimate goal? Yeah. Familiar song that goes through my spine. Yeah, and also just in pursuing it, you know, maybe you're at a point in life where you can be content again, and you don't have to rock the boat by pursuing something new, but, you know, we'll always have a what if, you know, what if I had done that? Oh, one. It's the first card, so like starting a journey. Bear medicine. There is no tomorrow without the healing of the past. For in stillness you shall find yourself right where you are. So you are right where you're supposed to be. And you've got to keep on that path. You can't just stop on the journey. Or, oh my God, I'm thinking of The Last Unicorn. Who is it? I think, is it Svendrick, the magician? He says the happy ending cannot... No, it's the prince. Prince Lear, he says, because the unicorn's like... Or Amalthea says she doesn't want to go forward and free the unicorn. She just wants... Because now she's in love with this man, this prince. She says, yes, that's my wish. I just want to marry you and live happily ever after. And he says no, which surprises everybody. He says the happy end, he says that you have to fear the unicorns. And he specifically says the happy ending cannot come in the middle of the story. And your happy ending cannot come in the middle of your story. So don't quit now. And maybe it's not even like an intense energy of quitting. It's just an energy of... well, I feel good enough now, so I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Maybe you gotta keep challenging yourself. Maybe you gotta take another step further. Maybe it's about your comfort zone even. Like maybe you've taken some steps to challenge your comfort zone. Wow, there's a big loud helicopter just coming right over my window. Big red one too. Red like this crocus card. Making a mess here. It's interesting. I wonder what the helicopter is meant to symbolize. Maybe something big is coming in for you, like it's being flown into you. Or you're getting a rescue. Like the helicopter often comes near here because for rescues, because people walk out to this island near me and they get stuck, and it's a whole thing. So there's often a rescue helicopter going for people that, you know, decide to take the journey anyway. Maybe that's also a thing. Like maybe, you know, even if you have to get a rescue, it's okay. Like you still made the journey. Still learned. Yeah, the happy ending cannot come in the middle of the story. If there's a new part of the challenge of your journey that you're stalling at, you know, you're kind of being given a momentum forward a push forward to keep going. Because you're not through your journey yet. You're not meant to stop here. You're not meant to stop here. You're meant to keep going. And, you know, because Spirit can't bring you more, I think, unless you keep moving ahead. Because those blessings are going to come on that journey. That's what I'm hearing. So they can't give you the gift without you taking steps forward. It's like they're holding something out for you, but it's just out of your reach and you have to step forward. But it's that step forward that you're stalling on. So I really feel like they're going to catch you. Because if you're fearful about, like, you know, what if I do things wrong and I have to get a helicopter lifted out? Well, you know what? The helicopter is going to be there to rescue you if things go wrong. But I'm really getting the sense that things aren't going to go wrong. They're actually waiting to lift you, to make you go in the right direction. They're going to be there to prevent anything from going wrong, seriously wrong. So it's a very good time for you to manifest right now. So don't waste it. Don't waste the opportunity. And things will always come back to you, but you know, you'll still have to wait for it, right? Dalmatian stone, 19. Dalmatian stone. Some crystals I just completely forget what they mean. This is one of them. I think because the Dalmatian part distracts me. I think of 101 Dalmatians. Did you guys ever see that movie? Playfulness. Maybe that's how I'll remember it. Because the Dalmatians are very playful. Actually, I'm thinking of that part where Pongo pulls the guy and the lady together. Like he's trying so hard to get them together. So your guides, your angels are trying to get you together with your destiny. But it's like they gotta really jump through some hoops to get you there. Because you're resisting. Kind of like that guy. He's pulling on Pongo. Yeah, childlike joy and enthusiasm for life, absurdity, humor, and laughter. They want to get you to play in life. Like, have fun. And be playful and have that spirit of a child jumping into something. And also this new life, this new gift that they're bringing to you, which I'm getting the sense is you're taking a different career path, a different just life journey in general. It's going to be really fun for you. And they're really trying hard to get you to do that and have fun. Jump into that fun and playful life. But you are resisting it because you think bad things will happen or something will go wrong. But it's not going to go wrong at all. Lithium quartz. Yeah, 33. It's a very powerful number. Spiritual Mason number. 33. I think this is about living in the moment. So it's very much in line with Dalmatian stone. Yeah, doing what... But also I think purpose too. Like there's a destiny with lithium quartz, I believe. Let me just check here. Yeah, harmonious, peacefulness, joyful interconnectedness. Yeah, it's about getting quiet and finding, again, contentment. We put it by contentment and it's right in line with that. It's sort of like, you know, find harmony in the moment so that you can be joyful and playful again. Because we're getting a little overstimulated, maybe. And it's by the Nine of Discs where I was thinking of, you know, being distracted by a lot of things and having all these flowers, but then looking at the bird. Like, yeah, you might be a little overstimulated by all this newness. And so it might be making you turn away from it all. And this one specifically mentions turning your face to the sun, because you can drink in the rays of joy and laughter and love. And that's exactly what this rabbit's doing here. So you're going to have days of happiness and joy and love, and all that is waiting for you as long as you take the journey. Don't think that you know the whole journey. You know, don't get stuck in this crone energy of thinking you know everything, that everything's going to happen a certain way. It's not necessarily. It's not. It's going to be different. Well, it is going to have hiccups. There's going to be, that's life, but it's not going to be something you regret. It's not going to be a journey you regret taking, is what I'm getting. I'm going to get one more Ostera card, and we'll end the reading there because we're getting pretty full. And I think we got the message mostly, but ultimately, is there any closing messages that collective needs to know about this? Community garden, number 7, lucky number 7. To be in community is to be part of something greater than you could ever imagine. Yeah. So, you know, I think you've been hurt a lot, and you've been on a difficult journey, and you've closed yourself off from community. So part of this journey, you'll have to open up to community, because, you know, when we start a new journey, we often have to get help from others, to learn from others, to be a student again. We're going to have to be part of a student body, right? We'll have to share our ideas. I mean, you don't have to share all your ideas, but, you know, it's the only way we get feedback too, right? So if you're resisting that and you're feeling like you have to keep yourself close and safe, all your ideas and your passion close to your heart, and never share with anybody, well, nothing can grow in that garden. It takes a village. And I think partly you might, whatever you're going to do might involve other people, so you're going to have to warm up to that idea if you want those things to happen, ultimately. I think your ideas and your passion will involve collaboration. And maybe you've been burned in the past by doing that. So I think this is your chance to see that it can go right. Yeah. To see that that devil energy isn't going to get you this time. Isn't going to hurt you. It was there to teach you that. But now it's time for things to go right. So that's what, you know, your angels, your ancestors, spirit guides, that's what they're all bringing to you now. They're bringing you a different outcome. You're going to try again, and it's going to go well, basically. So you got to be open to trying. Just try. You know, I know it's hard. I know it's really, really hard when you've been really hurt. But if you don't, it's like the incompleted rosary, or, you know, an unsatisfying story that ends in the middle. It's not going to be what you want, ultimately. It's not. It's not going to be the best ending to your story. You can end it there, but I don't think that's what you want. I don't think it's what you want at all. And malachite, you know, it's a green stone like your heart, but it can be very intense. So I think you have a lot of intense feelings about this. And that's what you have to challenge. You have to be stubborn and pull yourself through that. And with sodalite, you know, it's your third eye. Have clear vision of your ideas and what you want, the future that you want. It also matches his eyes. His eyes are indigo blue. So your vision, you have to bring your vision to life. You have a lot of wisdom to teach people. Bear medicine, wise man. And it's part of your evolution. It's part of who you're ultimately supposed to be. It's your destiny. It's your destiny. So don't hold yourself back. Don't hold yourself back from your future. for fear of maybe one thing will go wrong. There will be things that go wrong. Ultimately, it's true. There will be things that happen, but you are stronger than you know. And you can actually handle it because you've actually handled the worst already. It's already happened, so there's no reason to think you can't handle it. And you want to have fun. You want to have a playful life, a joyful life. So don't resist it. Yeah. All right, I think ultimately that's the message. So yeah, just love yourself. Take care of yourself and love yourself and rest whenever you feel overwhelmed or overstimulated. And that'll bring you back to this playful nature that you have. Maybe take a journey, maybe take a trip or a day trip. Yeah, break up your schedule. Do something spontaneous. That could get you out of a funk if you've been in one. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm going to end it there. Thank you for sticking to the end of the reading. If you like these readings, you can subscribe to the channel, like the video to let the algorithm bring you more. And yeah, share a comment in this if this resonated with you. And ultimately, take care. Take care of yourself, and the rest will unfold as it's supposed to. All right. Love you guys. Bye.